Guys, it's Jade and I am a writer, and so today I'm going to talk about the different types of writing environments that there are in the world and how to determine which one best fits you. So what I've experienced and what I've noticed or utilized with writing environments is that it's built specifically to a certain person. So it's really hard to determine right off the bat what you write when you're in certain types of environments. Like, you're raised to do homework in your room, so in your head, it's always in the back of your mind that all the work is done in your room. So when you're writing the story, you think, okay, I'm gonna write it in my room and I'm gonna spend all my time in my house and I'm gonna write it here and get it done. And that does work for some people. I mean, I write in my room sometimes. I write in my room quite a lot. It's partially an escape. So while I'm in my room, I can create this little world of my own and I can just imagine everything. And then there is coffee shops. Some people really need that coffee shop or the coffee or just the bustling environment going on around them to determine how they write, to choose something to write. I personally, when I am in coffee shops, I have to be with another person. So like my stepdad, my mom, my boyfriend, and we'd be writing in the store and in the coffee shop. And for me, it's that companionship when in coffee shops that I'm comfortable with. But some people aren't comfortable with writing around other people or being in public writing, because that is definitely something that I get self-conscious about, is writing in public in front of people, because you're so engrossed into your little thing and so into your writing that you forget that there's all these people around you. And sometimes it does look a little weird, like you're totally engrossed in something, and that makes me self-conscious, but that might not make other people self-conscious, and that could be exactly what you need when you write. Then there are writing in libraries. So I personally enjoy writing in libraries, but when I go to libraries, I tend to read more than I write, so it's a little difficult. But when you're at libraries, it's that silence that a lot of people enjoy. It's the being surrounded by many great authors as well. That really does help. And sometimes when you're surrounded by all these books, when you're sitting in a library writing, it's an amazing motivation for you to proceed with your writing. Like when I write in a library, which doesn't happen often, I am so much more motivated because I see all these other people that did exactly what I wanted to do. And I wanted to be able to write my stories, and I wanted to be able to be published and do all this stuff and enjoy writing and make it a career. And so by seeing those other books on the shelves, it's a motivation for you. It's also a way if you get stuck in a rut, if you just pick up a book, sometimes that gets your brain flowing and the ideas are pumping, and then it just all comes into place, and then you get a story. And then one of my personal favorite and really is just really comfortable is just writing outside. Honestly, doing so many different things outside improves so much of your day. Like, especially now, being cooped up inside so often, if you just go outside and write, the things that happen are outstanding. Like, every time I'm outside and I write, it creates this mindset that I understand what my character is going through and I understand where my characters are, because I like to write my characters as being really fantasy and they're out and they're going on these great adventures, and sometimes just being outside in wilderness or just outside in a park is exactly what you need to get your mind set on the aspects of what your character is truly going to be feeling. And that's all you need. And then, so tying all of them together as well, is that sometimes the environments are what you need, but other times the like sounds. So some people have to have complete and utter silence to write. And I completely understand that, and that is understandable and So many people can write like that, but for me personally, I actually have to have music playing, and the music determines where my story goes. Because from my previous video, if you had watched that, when I talked about how I'm a wandering writer, so when I do wander when I'm writing, my music leads me in all these ways and directions. And I'll touch on more music and how music and silence pushes forward my reading and my writing in a next video. So when you are determining the best environment for you, it's best to dip your toes in every type of different writing environment, just so you can understand what will make you the most comfortable and what you really want to do. Because you can't just automatically assume the first time you try something new and you go write somewhere else that you're going to be very comfortable. Because the first time I wrote in a coffee shop, I wasn't the most comfortable, but now I can do it whenever I'm allowed to or it's open. It's just nice to have those times to be outside and around. So just learn what works best for you and dip your toes in everywhere. Try to find out where you want to write and what works best for you. And that's all. Thanks, guys.